Hi, Todd here from Woodturning Tool Store. I'm here to show you a bit more about how to size your drawbar kit. So I sell the drawbar kits on the website as a optional accessory to the Elio-DR drives. So the Elio-DR drives are threaded in the end with 1/4x20 thread. So a drawbar kit helps keep that Morse taper device in the spindle while you don't have tailstock support. So in this mode, without tailstock support, we need to put a drawbar in. I've got two drawbars here. One, this is a brand new one that I ship to customers. The 1/4x20 thread rod is 18 inches long. There's a wooden cone and two wing knobs. The plastic is on there to protect the threads from the spindle, but more importantly, the inside of the spindle from the threads. So that's why I have it on there. So what I'm going to show you is how to size this bar to fit your lathe. Here's one that's sized to fit this lathe. So you can see it takes about 3 inches off the length of the drawbar to fit my Powermatic 3520B. So what's to do first? So the instructions are up on the website. Here's a copy of them here. Drawbar sizing instructions. So up on the news section of the website, you can go there and you can get this thing. I try and ship this out with every order of a drawbar I get. Sometimes I forget, so that's why I wanted to post it. And that's also why I wanted to do this little video, because I've got a lot of questions about people asking, why do you need a drawbar? Hopefully I address that in the companion video to this. Second of all, why do I need to resize the drawbar? So let me show you first of all why. So I've got the Elio-DR in there, and then if I take this device, I'm going to have to remove this tubing for this example. So, well, maybe I'll use this tubing just to make it easy, because this is the right size tubing. We'll slip that in, that end of the headstock, so it goes in. Powermatic 3520B has about a 5/8 inch opening here. Other lathes will have different size openings, so you need to adjust accordingly. You may not be able to use this size of tubing inside your spindle. So I know on my little Powermatic 1015, I have to take the tubing off and I wrap this in black electrical tape to protect it. So once you got that in there, I've got it about 5 or so turns or threads engaged on the Elio-DR end in the threaded insert. And it's kind of hard to describe because it's inside there. So, but inside here at some point at the end of this Morse taper, this threaded rod is screwed into the end of this guy. So now we have to push the cone up. Cone helps center that rod. If I didn't have that cone there, let me just turn this on a little bit and show you how that wobbles around. You can see how you kind of get this whipping action here. And that's not what we want at all. So if I put this up there, and bear with me a second as I let me do it this way, might be quicker. Just get those threaded up in there. So we tighten those guys, that nut up, and we tighten this nut up, or the wing nut against that one, and that kind of locks those two nuts together. So now we've got that nice and centered, and turn this on, and right here we're pretty steady. Out here we're a little wobbly, but that's why we want to cut this off. We don't want this hanging out there because I don't want to hit my hand on it, don't want to reach over for something. My dust collection's over here, so I don't reach by it and turn that on and stuff. So what I suggest we do at this point is mark this end with the blue marker, or whatever kind of marker you got. It could be black, it could be red. I'm not prejudiced one way or the other. And then take that to your bench. Use a hacksaw, use a Dremel tool, use a cutoff tool, whatever kind of tool you got, cut that guy off. Then what you have is a threaded rod. So this part will be cut off. We take that tubing and we line it up and we cut it about an inch short on this end. That is the right size. Just like this one. So now that goes in there, engages, centering cone centers. And we're not quite there yet, getting close. Tighten the one up, tighten the other one up next to that one. And we don't have anything coming out there, so we're good to go. So now we can crank this guy all the way up. We got no fear of this thing coming out. I can work on that all day long and that Morse taper is not going to drift out of there. That's why we need to use a drawbar. That's why we need to size the drawbar. That's why we need the cone. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate to email. Visit the website, and you know, happy turning, everybody. Thanks again.